Welcome to episode 13 of Blood, Saint, and Beards. It's a little special Christmas episode this week,
Merry Christmas.
where all the news coming out
Oh,
is super exciting and wholesome, and nobody's being charged with sexual assault. That's not happening or anything.
or being homophobic,
Mm-hmm.
or putting out bad movies trailers.
Or bad movies like Aquaman. I mean, what?
What?
Yeah, it's
Welcome, everyone.
BloodThunder and co-host Saintmillion as always.
Yes, thank you. How
You're
you doing, my man?
Doing all right. It's pretty tired. Just kind of go.
Nappy nap.
Yeah, before we get into all the hot news, kind of talk about what we're doing. I did a 24-hour stream on Saturday and Sunday. Well, I went through that. So I finished Sunday night at 8, was my 24th hour, and then I stayed up for a little bit and went to bed. Woke up around 4 in the morning, which was great. And then stayed up until about 8, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back to sleep, and I had to wake up at 4 in the afternoon to go do Christmas stuff at family's. Christmas Eve stuff. And then that was fun. Got home, stayed up until about 6, because at that point, that was my sleep schedule. Woke up at 9 after sleeping for 3 hours, did more Christmas stuff with my immediate family, and then went back to sleep and woke up for this. So, been on and off sleeping here, like a couple hours here and there. It's been great. But
did anyone in your family get you Fallout 76 for Christmas?
No, thank God. I didn't get any games.
What? Wow.
At this point, my family doesn't try to really buy anything technology-wise for me. And like,
that's probably the best thing to do.
Games or accessories or anything, because I just have what I want, or they don't.
It's too specific.
Yeah, and it's usually too expensive once you start getting up for more advanced stuff. So I just get little things here and there.
Yeah.
Gift cards, some alcohol, all that
fun
it's
usually
stuff.
better to just get some nice gifts like that are usable, simple, thoughtful, not like trying to get somebody like a Soulja Boy console or something.
I wish I would have gotten that though. That would have been dope.
Really want. Yeah. Yeah. You could get all 4. They all came out.
Yeah.
And they're super hot.
Maybe next year when they're a little discounted. There's like 10 more.
Yeah, they're selling like 5 million units a day, so
yeah, it's selling like hotcakes. Like you thought the Wii was hard to get? No, Soulja Boy console is.
Yeah, the waiting list, dude.
That's what I hear. Yeah, it's like I get little like T-shirts that they think are cool for me and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I always like it when it's like you just give me something you think I'll like. You know, don't try to go super crazy, but also don't get just cash. I feel that's super lazy.
$20.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what to get you because I don't really know you. Here's a nice 20. It's like, well, cool. I could use the money, but you know, it's whatever. I'd rather just have something you thought I'd like instead.
I still have yet to get whatever my mom's gonna get me for Christmas.
A Soulja Boy console. Think about it.
I'm praying. Fingers crossed.
I should have went to Santa at the mall and asked him. He probably could have put in a good word.
Can I have a Soulja Boy retro mini?
Do you think anyone asked for that for Christmas this year?
Probably. I mean, at least ironically.
Yeah, there's like
there's some memer kids.
There's some like 12-year-old kid who like asked his mom like, "Hey mom, can you get the Soulja Boy console for me?"
Or like
it comes with 800 games.
Yeah, a 5-year-old kid who just like got memed on by their friends or
imagine if you got asked you asked for a Switch. You're like, oh boy, I'm gonna get a Switch.
I found this. It was $180. It was cheaper.
And then you open up Soulja Boy console. It's like, well, it says it had 800 games on it. Yeah,
more bang for your buck, right?
It can probably play Fortnite. You know. Oh man, I hope those videos start coming out.
Actually gonna happen to somebody, or has happened.
Waiting for one of those videos to come out, like on Reddit.
That's so sad. Or very hype.
Yeah,
very cool.
Who knows?
I've ironically, the only thing I've gotten for Christmas is a video game.
Ooh, Fallout 76.
You know it. No, I got Hitman
Atlas.
2.
Oh.
Yeah. I got Atlas. Wait, is Atlas free to play?
No.
I got you
I
a
don't think
brand
so.
new Fortnite account.
Oh snap!
Ah, nice. But yeah, so I'll probably be playing that on my stream pretty soon.
Oh man.
But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty chill Christmas. I hope everyone had a good one. Take some good time off, rest and relaxation, some
Yeah.
eggnog and rum.
Technically, this podcast will come out the day after Christmas. We're recording it on Christmas, so
Merry after Christmas.
hopefully by the time you're seeing this, you had a great Christmas.
Hopefully, by the time you're seeing this, you have gotten a refund for your Soulja Boy console.
It's a pretty quick turnaround.
Shit, it doesn't work. Help.
I wonder what the
Maybe it
return
does work.
policy on that is.
It's not. There isn't one.
He just tweets some angry things at you.
Yeah, he just tweets some stuff, but we can get into that in a little bit. But a bunch of trailers dropped like in this last week, which was kind of the main news because there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
But trailer dropped for Us, which is Jordan Peele's new horror movie featuring black people versus white people again.
Well, it's in the trailer at least. It's black people versus themselves.
Yeah, but white people are behind it all.
Yeah,
But,
it's we were saying before this podcast, kind of just talking about it. It's probably going to be in the same universe as Get Out. In the end, it's gonna have some. It's gonna have the guy from Get Out. I can't remember his name, Chris, or something like that. He's gonna like show up.
Yeah.
Be like, oh my god, it's
the airport dude. Airport security guy, or the main character?
The main character.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could be his friend too, showing up, being like, "Oh my god, he's the hero. He comes and saves the family."
I really hope
it's
not. I really hope it's not going to be like a connected, kind of dumb universe.
Yeah, I don't.
If you have a good movie, you don't have to make a cinematic universe out of it.
Well, the thing with Get Out, it wasn't necessarily like a scary movie. It was more like just kind of
it's like a
trippy
thriller.
Psychological stuff. This one looks more scary, but at the same time, from the trailer, you kind of get the twist that it's them. So it might be like a cloning system going on. They're trying to replace them.
Cloning, or they're drugged, or
I saw someone post it might be about schizophrenia.
Like mental illness awareness type dealio. Well, it starts off. I'm not going to go through play through the trailer, but they're this family going to a beach, and then their son walks off, and there's some bloody dude in a trench coat T-posing with birds on him. So
it's scary.
So that's just, that's that crazy guy. And then after that, everything's crazy, and it kind of looks like it revolves around their son.
Yeah.
Has this like crazy vampire monkey mask on or something.
Well, if you watch, like, the kid always has like the mask on top of his head, like the entire trailer, and then there's like one scene where he like pulls it down when he's face to face with this clone.
Yeah, and then the clone has like a burnt face or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I felt like this trailer in this movie looks like it's trying really hard to be edgy and creepy. Like a lot of the actors just making crazy faces, trying to be creepy. I mean, I guess it is, but
yeah, I mean, looking at most horror movies that come out, it looks not that bad, like comparatively. I don't think it's the best trailer, but
yeah, it's
at the same time, I don't think it's bad. I'm excited to see more. I'd watch it. I like to Get Out, and Jordan Peele's great. So
yeah, I'll still watch it because Get Out was so good. But it's just a lot about horror movies where it's a lot of like head is down, eyes are looking forward, and just like grinning, like you just watched like the Joker for the first time, and you thought the Joker was like the baddest shit.
Yeah,
it just looks like a lot of that. And I'm just like, ugh.
It's probably why Get Out was so good, because it wasn't necessarily a horror movie. It was just going for that creepy psychological, and this is definitely going that way, which can either turn out to be great if it ends up being that scary, or it can turn out to be just really dumb if the twist is bad, like the twist in No Escape Room.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Horror movies always rely on that twist, and if that twist is great, it's one of the best movies ever. But if it's
if the twist is like shitty, then you're like, angry.
Yeah,
at it.
the whole movie
You
is
get
just like
physically
gone.
angry.
It doesn't matter how good the rest of the movie is. That twist, if it's dumb,
Mm-hmm.
you just lost everybody. We'll
I
see.
don't like how they took 5 on it and turned it into like this orchestral movie thing. I hate that. I don't know why. I can't give a reason why, but I just really don't like it. I love that song. It's a dope song.
I didn't really mind it, but then again,
But
I don't really know the song itself outside of it. So
yeah, it's a classic. It's pretty old, but yeah, I don't know. Combination between like them taking that song and making it like creepy epic and then everyone having like Joker creepy faces. I'm just like, fuck off this fucking movie, but I'll watch it anyways. God damn it.
well, if we want to talk
But
about
whatever.
shitty movie trailers, music that shouldn't be in them.
Hey,
Hellboy and Men in Black also came out within the past week, and oh,
yes.
they both look pretty bad.
They both look really bad. So Hellboy, did you watch the older Hellboy movies with Ron Perlman? Is that his
I've
name?
watched them. I don't really remember anything about them other than the characters, like the Fishman and Hellboy, and sometimes there's
Fish
a
Boy,
graveyard.
Hellboy,
Yeah,
Graveyard Boy.
like I remember watching
Uh,
them and being like, all right, these are kind of cool, but I don't, other than that, then I don't know.
yeah, I remember liking them. I don't remember them specifically, but this one's just really, really wacky in a way that doesn't feel like it works. I just realized there's Monster Energy drinks behind the lady at the shop.
Yeah, I noticed that too. The problem I have with Hellboy, the action parts and the monsters look really cool. It's just everything
Mhm.
else. The comedy feels way off. His look feels off. I can't place what it is. Like he doesn't look terrible, but there's just something off about it. I don't know if whether
It's
it's
like
the horn placement or the hair.
I feel like
I,
his like body build is a little awkward. Like it doesn't make him look cool.
mm-hmm,
Like his shoulders kind of like slant down. I don't know. Yeah, there's something off about him. I think he just needs bigger shoulders
maybe.
or something. Or
And
that or his gauntlet
the
is like too
shot of
big.
him at the end with like the sword, like the way he's holding it seems really weird. Like that's supposed to be like an epic shot of him with the flaming crown and the sword. I'm just like, if that's your big moment,
Yeah,
like that
I
looks
thought the same
bad.
thing. It was just like he looks like he's kind of struggling to get out a little bit, or just like he doesn't care, or
Yeah,
he doesn't look cool.
it
I
wasn't
don't
an
know.
epic reveal at all. It's like okay, cool.
Yeah, it just feels off all around. But yeah, the action does look good. I agree. Um, and then Men in Black, it's like the opposite problem where they have a bunch of action and less like comedy, funny stuff, which is opposite of what Men in Black should be. Uh, I mean, there was action in the original Men in Black, but it was
Yeah,
mostly just like fun times, funny alien stuff. But they turned the action up to 11 in this one.
I don't know if you caught it, but there's a like pictures that they show, and one of them has
The
Agent
original,
J and K.
yeah. Uh,
JK. So it's all
JK,
connected, and they're going with
yes,
the
soft
London
reboot.
branch. That might be,
Mm.
I guess, basically
Yeah.
taking Thor Ragnarok and putting it in Men in Black because it's Thor and Valkyrie as the
It's
main
all the same
characters,
actors.
and Liam Neeson.
Yeah, and
Which
then just throw Liam Neeson in there because he's cool. And yeah,
I
there's a lot of things in this movie where they're clearly just like copying exact same beats from like the first movie or second movie. They're just like, remember, they gotta press the red button, and the car goes crazy.
mhm.
It's like, yes. And then she walks into the thing. There's a big fan on the right with like one dude sitting there reading newspaper. They're like, get it? Because it's the London branch. It has to be the exact goddamn same.
Well, I don't know if that part's the London branch, but maybe it
Oh,
is. I
okay.
don't know.
No, well,
But yeah, it's
a lot of that. A lot of remember Men in Black. We put these big actors in it, and then
it also seems like a very generic story where Liam Neeson's probably going to turn out to be the snitch, the bad guy.
ooh, or he'll die.
Yeah, because he's like a
Oh no, he's
retiring older guy, so
yeah,
he's going to be the big villain in the end. I'm assuming if you're going to get a
probably
big
true.
actor like Liam Neeson and not have him be a main character, he's probably going to be the bad guy. That's just Liam
Mhm.
Neeson.
and also Out of Place music, just really generic, shitty hip hop.
Yep.
For some reason,
Not
that's what.
worse than Mortal Kombat 11 though.
Oh yeah, true. At first, I thought you were talking about a movie, and I was like, "Damn,
No,
they made
we had 11
9
movies.
more.
Yeah, when did that happen?
We got to watch all of them."
They're all in the Soulja Boy console exclusively.
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna get one just to meme.
We can have a Soulja Boy game night.
We could. We each need a Soulja Boy console so we can
Mhm.
connect. Add my Soulja Boy tag.
Oh snap!
It's actually required. That's a homophobic slur. But yeah, Men in Black and Hellboy look pretty bad. Us
I
looks
have
pretty
some
okay.
hope for Hellboy. Men in Black, I have no hope for at this point.
Yes.
After that trailer,
It's funny, Hellboy or Men in Black and Hellboy. Sorry, Men in Black has more likes than Hellboy,
oh really?
which is strange.
Yeah, that is strange. It's probably just because of Chris Hemsworth being Chris Hemsworth.
Probably. He's like one of the safest actors you could add, but oh, I like that you brought or you said his name because I feel like I can't watch Chris Hemsworth anymore in movies. I feel
Yeah,
like
I like
he has
him as
played too many things.
Thor. I just don't like him
He's great
outside
as
of
Thor.
that. Like I feel like
Yeah.
his comedy works great as Thor, but his general comedy outside of that is just like the same, and it's I don't care for it.
Yeah. Anytime he's being like super serious and then the comedy's just like accidental, it's like, yeah, that's great. I like that because that's what Thor's
Mhm.
mostly is. But yeah, like the new Ghostbusters, and then like he's gonna be a Men in Black. It's just like they stick him in whatever. I'm
Yeah,
just like, can't I can't see him as anything other than like Thor and Chris Hemsworth right now.
yeah, I'd
But
agree.
it's just my hot take on Thor Ragnarok International, Men in Black International.
Thor in Black.
Yep. So those were some hot movie trailers. Go check them out. If you disagree, yell at us on the internet.
Hmm. Find us
Hmm.
at soldierboygaming.com.
You want to just jump into this Soldier Boy stuff because we can't stop joking about it.
It's so good. He's such
So
a source of news.
so the Soldier Boy saga continues. He started going on a tweet rampage talking about people were starting to accuse him or talk about how Nintendo's going to come after him because Soldier Boy console has Nintendo ROMs just plopped on there, and
Which, if you know
he
anything about
just
Nintendo, they're gonna shut that down real quick.
they're gonna do something. And he's just started tweeting that everyone needs to shut the fuck up and everyone hates to see a black man get his money. And they started calling everyone homophobic slurs and
Hmm.
nerds just constantly, just like a bunch of tweets, and he deleted them all. But yeah,
And you
he just did
also
that,
said they had 5 million in sales.
which is a lot.
I don't know if that's 5 million units or if it's 5 million profit. Like
Dollars.
yeah,
Yeah,
which is
which
a
would
pretty big
roughly
difference. If you sell 5 million consoles, but it's like $300 or something for it. It's a little
yeah.
different than. But
How much does Soldier Boy console cost? I'm gonna check that real quick.
well, it depends on which one you get. Because there are now 4 of them.
That's
If you
true.
haven't been keeping up, there's the handheld, there's the Fuse, there's the Retro Mini, and then just the
I
classic.
can't
You know.
mhm. I can't even find his website because it's just all news sites.
Oh yeah, probably covering it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how. Let's see how long it takes us to find out how to buy Soldier Boy game console.
Like, it would
Console
just be his
buy.
website, right? Oh, I'm gonna
Uh,
check his Twitter.
yeah, this is
Let's
old
see if he's
news.
tweeted
It's
anything.
Geek.com, The Verge, Complex, IGN.
Okay, soldierwatch.com. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
There it
So
is. Soldier Game handheld. $160. The mini's
oh,
$100.
that's
The
not bad.
console's $211.98. And the fuse is $400.
Holy
Down
shit.
down from $640. So I'm just gonna say that's like an average of like, I don't know, $200.
That's crazy.
So if it was 5 million in sales total, then he probably sold around 25,000 consoles.
Which I could probably see
Which
that. People
is
just
I
buying it
could
for the
see that.
meme. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna review it for my YouTube channel. I can drop
Yo, I can
$100
buy
or
you a
whatever.
$10 gift card, the Soldier Watch.
Appreciate it.
Christmas.
I'll make a video on my YouTube channel. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit, a new video," and boom, Soulja Boy. It's like, "Hey, I'm
Classic
reviewing
Soldier Boy.
Soulja Boy.
It's the
This
new
is gonna go
Rickroll.
into." Do you think one of these consoles is gonna go into like a video game museum
I hope
one
so.
day?
I hope all of them do.
Like,
It's
like
just like
this is kind of a thing.
they just like have a closet that they don't use anything for, and they're like, you know what? Just put the Soldier Boy stuff in here. Just
People can walk in here and just kind of look at it and
yeah, they don't even open it.
sigh.
They just close the door and lock it forever.
It's just in the they just shove it in the attic or something.
Yeah. But yeah.
So yeah, uh, still I guess still no legal action because you can still buy it. You can still buy all this shit.
Yeah, got to get it before it goes away forever.
Yep.
What we have to do is just buy a
Limited
whole
time.
bunch of consoles, wait for it to get banned, and then sell them on eBay.
That's actually a pretty normal idea. I can't decide if it's a good or bad idea.
I mean, now that we've said it's a bad idea because everyone's going to do it.
That's true.
But if you want to buy a Soldier Watch gift cards, you can send all receipts to us. We'll use that to buy a console.
If you guys buy a console for us, we'll play it.
But we're not going to play Atlas
or something.
Which,
yes, Atlas is.
In terms of gaming news, it's about the only big thing that's happened in the past week. Every big streamer's been waiting for it through the many delays. And it's been funny to watch people get so hyped over a game that they didn't even know was happening until about a couple weeks ago. And then get super upset that it got delayed by a day a couple times. And then the inevitable downfall of when they actually played it, realizing it wasn't going to be what they wanted.
Yeah, it's basically Ark reskinned to be pirates. If you haven't played Ark, it's that dinosaur survival game where you build little huts and throw poop at each other. And they're dinosaurs. Atlas is that, but with boats.
And no dinosaurs.
And no dinosaurs whatsoever. You could have kept the dinosaurs.
Yeah, you could have had sea dinosaurs. Seasaurs.
Apparently there was a secret Ark menu you could access in Atlas, which is a pretty good meme.
That to me that's not the biggest deal because a lot of games kind of borrow stuff in the same engine. It's just the fact that you could get to it's kind of funny. And then
it's just like they clearly weren't ready to release that game, and that's one of the weird things that kind of stuck in. It's like, oh, we forgot to get rid of that.
So this game was announced at the Game Awards, and then it was supposed to come out sometime last week. I don't remember which day, probably Tuesday, let's say. And then it was delayed a day, pretty close to it coming out. And then people were waiting for it, like, all right, it's going to launch tonight. Like 45 minutes before it's supposed to launch, like, well, we're still working on it. You know, maybe check back in like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then
it was like a select few streamers at the time were like started complaining about it. And it was people like Shroud and stuff like that. So it got a lot bigger just out of nowhere, even though it wasn't that big of a deal because delays happen pretty regularly. This kind of blew up.
It was also the fact that they just kept delaying it like right before the launch, like an hour before. It's like people were getting ready, like, oh, it's downloaded, you know, waiting to go. And then when they went to play, it's like, oh, it's delayed.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, hey, you know, give us a week and we'll put it out when it's finished. But
they definitely didn't handle it well.
No.
They should have just said, yeah, give us a week instead of give us one more day or maybe a little bit longer.
No, I know one of the people working on the game, I don't remember his status. He put out a tweet like with a long message kind of trying to give a behind the scenes reason why and trying to hype up the game. And it was like, just stop doing this and just go work on the game. Like,
yeah.
He was trying to like put some of the fires out with actually not doing anything for the most part.
Mhm.
He's like, I know we haven't been communicating well, and we'll try to do more so in the future. If there's things we can do, let us know. And it's like, that's every game company's like, hey, we don't communicate well,
Yeah,
and then they
pretty
never
much.
never fix it.
So, I'm not sure how all that happened, but they didn't handle it that well, but also, all the players, like, out so much over it, I thought was really insane and totally ridiculous. Like, there are streamers who are, like, taking pictures of themselves. Well, it was one guy, but he was, like, he had his green screen, he had a full pirate outfit, and he took a picture of himself like, "Where's the game, Atlas? Been waiting on this. Just been waiting so long." And it's like, "No, you haven't."
Yeah,
Like, just because 'cause you're trying to do a funny stream and you're mad that you're not playing the game, like, fuck off. You can wait. Just be patient. You don't have to be the very first person online, like, go to bed.
yeah.
Check tomorrow. Is it on tomorrow? Go back to bed.
That's essentially what
It's
the
not
devs
out.
came out and said. They said, you don't wait for it. You know, just
Yeah,
go
just
go to
chill,
sleep.
dude.
It'll be here when you wake up, and then.
But it just built up to this, like, way too big thing, like,
Mhm.
people didn't really care, but then it became, like, this whole meme, and then everyone was like, "Where's Atlas? Oh, they're just committing career suicide. Where's Atlas?" Like, just wait. It's fine. Like, calm down.
Yeah,
And then the game sucked. It
that's
was just
that's the funniest thing about it. It's like watching
yeah.
the Game Awards. It's like I didn't think it was that amazing of a game. If anything, it was be like Sea of Thieves, which was disappointing for most people, anyways.
Yeah, it's not like you're waiting for Fallout 76 to drop or something like that. It's like, "Oh, it's just Atlas.
And it's like
Just
I understand some people like playing that with their friends, selling the seas and all that stuff, and then like, it
Yeah."
became this overblown. Like everybody was waiting to play Atlas, and then they played it, and they're like, oh no, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I think so many people
So
get caught up in the idea of what the game could be in their own minds outside of what they see. Like, oh,
that's these
it's
games
so
all the
crazy.
time.
Yeah, anything like massively
Big
multiplayer
ocean, sail
survivors
with
they
your
can play with their
friends,
friends. Yeah, they
no man's
just build it
sky.
up in their heads like, oh, this is gonna be so crazy. We can spend so much
Like,
time searching all this stuff,
it's so big.
and then they forget what the game actually is. And when they play it, they're like, oh, wait, this
Yeah,
is
they're like,
not
"This
what I thought it
isn't
was
what
gonna be.
I envisioned in my head in a perfect game that would take shitloads of work." It's
Hmm.
like, "No, no, it wasn't." And
But then
you
also looking
anticipate
at
this
the
game
game, it
for
looks pretty bad in itself. You have to like survive for 30 minutes on this ocean that's has nothing, and then you die and
yeah,
restart over and over and over again. You know?
it looks like one of those survival games. You got a little hot bar in the bottom for your items and weapons, and then you walk around and build stuff and collect stuff, and it's like, "Okay, that's nothing really new." Again, Sea of Thieves.
Yep. But I want to get away from Atlas because that's a bad game and talk about something I've been playing lately, which was last
Oh,
year. It is a Discord exclusive game as of right now. You can only play
what?
it through Discord. It's kind of weird. I'll get to that. But it's like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, but also like Left 4 Dead. So it's more along the lines of Friday the 13th in terms of the killers and
One
stuff.
Yeah, 1v4 or something.
Yeah, it's 1v5 is the ratio, but
Okay.
there's four classes that the survivors can play to kind of help take down the monster. They can actually kill the monster, and there's as the killer, you're given three monsters to play as, and if you die with one, you can come back as the other two, and then it has cooldowns, so you can die, but you can come back. And I don't play these type of games. I don't really care for them, but I got this free for being a Discord partner.
Oh,
And I knew some other streamers. We've had Maxi on podcast before, and he was playing it. Some other people,
mhm.
and I got invited to play with them, so I tried it out. And it's actually pretty fun.
It
It's like,
looks cool.
yeah, it's the gameplay feels very much like Left 4 Dead, but just in that Friday the 13th style.
That's pretty dope.
So a lot of the killers
Oh,
are
this
pretty
game's
close to.
brutal.
They got like the smoker. Is that what it's called in Left 4 Dead? The one that like uses his tongue to
Pulls
grab
you?
people. Yeah. There's
Yes.
a guy like that. There's a big brute that charges and like can pick people up and throw them. And then there's like your Jason that runs around with an axe and kill
And then you
people.
have Jason, basically.
Yeah.
This is pretty dope.
Yeah, it came out
Yeah, I
as a
saw you playing
Discord
it.
exclusive, which is very interesting
That's
that they're
that's
going
new.
this way. But it's
Everyone's trying to have their own platform and bring people over on their platform. Discord is kind of trying to slip into that
I think what
world.
works well with Discord at least is like the partying system. Is it basically creates a small Discord server with all the like the voices already there
That's actually really smart.
instead of handling it through just the game servers and stuff. Which is
Yeah,
interesting. So you can like turn down each person by themselves with like the Discord sliders and mute people if, or push to talk and all those settings.
that's honestly probably one of the biggest attractions for Discord as like a new Steam type
Mm-hmm.
thing is, hey, our voice servers are dope. They're
Yeah.
really good. And it's just in the games. Like that's really cool. Like the people you're playing with, you just immediately jump in. Is it like you jump in, then you jump out and you're not in the
Yeah.
server anymore?
It's
Okay.
it's like a very temporary server.
That's awesome.
Like if
That's
unlike
really
Discord,
cool.
it doesn't leave any trace. You're not actually in a thing. And
$29.99
yeah, you can
for
invite
this
people
game.
through it. The devs have put out like a roadmap for what they plan on expanding because there's only 3 maps and there's not a whole lot of progression which they want to put in. Like you can upgrade your characters and stuff over time. I haven't really looked at the roadmap because I just haven't had time. But as someone who doesn't
I
really play these type of games, I've had a lot of fun with it, and we'll probably play
Yeah,
some
this
more
looks
over the
awesome.
week.
I actually really like Left 4 Dead, and I played some just recently. I played Left 4 Dead 2. Kind of a
Ooh,
segue into what I've been doing.
yeah, go for it.
It was me, DeGaulle, and Jamaican Bacon. We played Left 4 Dead 2 a little bit, and we were gonna do expert realism, but we ended up playing a custom map. We did Helm's Deep as a custom map, which is just like survive and
Yeah, there's a lot
kill
of
as many
custom
things as
stuff
possible.
for Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, but we also shouts to Maxi Lobes because this is kind of related, but there was a Resident Evil like recreation as a campaign in Left 4 Dead 2,
Oh wow,
where you basically played through Resident Evil 1. Like all the quests, all the puzzles are like the same. And none of us had I haven't played through Resident Evil 1, but
me
I'm like
neither.
vaguely familiar with some of the concepts in it. But we played through the whole thing. And it was really fun. It was like, okay, where we put this crest or what okay, we gotta solve this like puzzle. Where do we put this? And
That's
it works
crazy.
really well. Like the people who made that put a lot of work into it. But we did that and that was super, super fun.
Yeah, I know Left 4 Dead's had like a lot of custom zombies and maps, but I didn't realize people had
Oh
gone
yeah.
that crazy, like
There are a lot
recreating
of
whole
custom
games and stuff.
campaigns.
Yeah.
Apparently they have RE2 and RE3 as well as like full
Damn.
campaigns. I was like,
I wonder if they're
holy
just gonna
shit.
make the whole franchise.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, why not? But last year looks super dope, and I do love these types of games. So this came out last week. Damn.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
when you played this, I saw you playing this. I thought this was some game I saw like a year or two ago, and I was like, oh, that's weird. You're playing this.
Yeah, I think they've been kind of working on it for a while, but it just recently came out. Like it was in beta not too long before. I just like I glanced over it because it's not my type of game, but getting a free key and having people to play with.
So
It's
I
not
guess I'll
something I
play
would
it.
go in and play with like public matches with people.
Yeah,
Because I imagine the community is going to get pretty toxic pretty quick. That's just how those games go, which is why I've not gotten into Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th.
like Dead by Daylight and stuff.
But just playing with friends, it's really fun. It is very unbalanced at the moment. If the survivors are knowledgeable in what they're doing and stay together, you cannot win as a killer.
Yeah,
But
it's always the problem with these games.
they also
It's like
don't
that in
make
Left 4
it
Dead
a
as well.
clean cut. Like if all the survivors get out or one of them gets out, they necessarily win. Uh, the survivors get points for how many survivors get out, and then the killer has like 3 objectives throughout the match that he can work on besides just trying to kill him. So it's not necessarily a clear cut win. But
So it's like a mix between like Dead by Daylight and Left 4 Dead in terms of like, hey, there are multiple things that can be done
yeah, well, it's like get
by
2 kills
people.
without dying as the killer, or kill someone in the last minute of the game or something.
That's cool.
But if they still survive in the end, then nothing happens.
That was a problem in Left 4 Dead because I actually played Left 4 Dead 1, I guess, competitively. Like, I had me and my like squad. Like, we would play in tournaments and stuff in versus mode, which is just survivors versus infected, and then you would
Hmm.
flip sides. and there were like kill setups for the special infected. You always try to kill if you had spawned as a boomer, you try to kill yourself and try to get 3 hunters and a smoker. That's the kill squad because you can lock everyone down. But if the survivors knew what they were doing, if they were good, you could not take them down. Like
Yeah.
as long as they're checking each other constantly and like if they can melee the hunter as it's pouncing, which you can do if you time it right, it's just like you can't take them down. And so it sounds like at least there's other things like infected or the monster guys can do, which is
Yeah,
nice.
like comparatively to Left 4 Dead, like versus mode where it's infected versus survivors, is
Mhm.
essentially just that you're just as a killer you're playing by yourself instead of with a group
Yeah. Okay.
of people, which is cool. But
Nice.
yeah, I've been running
I
around
had
so
not
as
even heard of that.
with proximity mines, which one of the classes has, and you just place them down and blow up the monster.
It sounds overpowered.
It is, and it's super fun. But there's also friendly fire in the game, and a lot of people
Oh.
want to charge the killer as soon as he shows up, which is usually a bad idea, especially once
Mhm.
somebody puts down a proxy mine, because when the monster blows up,
Oh.
that person also gets blown up.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, that
it's
sounds
always
like
funny when that happens because it's like you tell people, hey, back up, because you don't want it because the monster can hear you because you're in the same voice chat lobby.
that's super funny.
So if you're like, hey, I'm gonna go over here and do this thing, the killer knows what you're doing, so you have to like try to talk to people like, hey, run away, come this way, without necessarily saying what you're doing.
Or
So I'll be
just
like,
say what you're not
I'll just be
doing.
like, run away, and they run towards the guy and they blow up with them. I'm like, well, that's why I said run away. It
That's why
happens
you
every
don't
time.
charge into it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Proximity mines are usually really strong in whatever game.
Yeah. But there's like
Speaking
flamethrowers and stuff too. It's really cool. Just
heck
checking
yeah.
it out.
Speaking of charging, looks like Kevin Spacey was charged with felony sexual
I
assault.
didn't know where you were going with that. I thought you were going to go back to Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy's charging $300 for a game console.
uh yeah, Kevin Spacey, he was accused of sexual assault not too long ago, and now he got charged in, I think, Massachusetts for felony sexual assault
One of
on
those
an
places.
18-year-old boy. One of them countries.
Yeah. And then
United
he also
States of
put out a
America.
really unsettling video.
Yeah, a really creepy kind of video where he plays as, I guess, the main character from House of Cards, which I've never seen.
I've never seen it, but my parents have watched it and I've heard them talk about it before. So I kind of understand what's happened. Essentially, once the allegations came out against him and the whole debacle happened, which started like the whole Me Too movement, they wrote him out of the show for season 6, I believe it is. So he's like just not in the show at all. And this kind of came out, I guess, yesterday during Christmas Eve, where he's playing as the character. Like he doesn't really say what he wants. He's just kind of like trying to get people to put him back on the show, I guess.
Yeah, so is the video, it's called Let Me Be Frank, and the main character's name is Frank. And he kind of just talks in this really creepy way that's like, I know what you think I did. Why would you believe something without evidence and blah, 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 and take me back and stuff like this because of this and this and this. And it's just like awkward and bizarre.
And then you realize at the same time he's also just been charged with sexual assault.
Yeah. I think maybe he expected it to happen that way, but apparently he released that video just before the official charge came out. But
he also hasn't taken down the video, so
yeah, it's just there. And really weird.
Yep.
Weird guy. Really creepy. Assuming.
But it's still got a lot more likes than dislikes.
Well, that's strange. It's not cool.
Because if you look at the comments on that YouTube video, most of them are talking about how bad House of Cards Season 6 is and nothing to do with the allegations at all. So it just proves that, nobody really cares in the end.
What about sexual assault?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to you about this before the show. As long as you're really good at whatever you're really good at, people tend to turn a blind eye to really fucked up shit. Like,
yeah, if you're really good at selling game consoles, they'll turn a blind eye to the fact that they're just knockoffs.
Soulja consoles are great. Or if you're Tekashi 6ix9ine and you're a pedophile, then people don't care and they like your music.
And then you
They're
get
like,
locked up for life
fine.
anyways. But
And then maybe that'll happen
yeah,
because you're also a gang member.
yeah, it turns out he wasn't actually really good at what he did. But
Yeah, it turns out people think he is. Or if you're
well,
XXX Tentacion and you choke your girlfriend and beat her when she's pregnant, everyone thinks it's fine. Because he made like a good track, maybe once. Probably not.
maybe.
So,
Well,
yeah,
he's dead now, so that's okay.
If you want a creepy Kevin Spacey video to watch for Christmas, for post Christmas, there you go. It has 4.5 million views in 24 hours. Look at that.
It also feels like I can't go back and watch House of Cards at this point because it heavily features Kevin Spacey as one of the main characters. So it's like when I go back and watch it, or if I try to get into it, it's like, well, this is really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, it really makes the movie Seven a lot better because he's an actual psychopath in that movie.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
I forgot
but,
he was in Seven, but yeah, he's the big baddie in that. What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
It's such a great movie.
It's so good. We watched it on movie night.
Oh, did you?
But that's unrelated. What else is going on?
I mean, honestly,
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars announced they're gonna do.
Star
I forgot about
Wars.
that. They're gonna do a theme park in Disneyland, which I'm surprised it's taken this long.
Right? It's weird that maybe they had plans for it for a long time, but they're making a little area in Disneyland and soon to be Disney World. I forget what it's called, Black Spire or something. Who cares? It's gonna have a couple rides.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an outpost, I guess.
Yeah, outpost, Black Spire outpost.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a thing to get you in to buy tons of Star Wars merch.
Yes,
essentially, just like how Harry Potter World is to get you there to buy wands and robes and stuff.
Yeah, I think they're just. Again, yeah, I'm surprised it took them so long to make a Star Wars version of a little town of Star Wars stuff, but they actually already had, or maybe this is Universal Studios, but there was a Star Wars ride where you'd like get in the ship or whatever, and they would like rock around, and there's a big screen showing what you're doing. They're adding that, but with the Millennium Falcon, and the trailer is really funny because you just sit in the Millennium Falcon, and then it's like flying around and throwing you everywhere. And there's a family in there, and they're just smiling, looking at the screen like crazy people. They're just like mashing the buttons on the wall, like, this is so fun. I'm like, that looks ridiculous and hilarious. I would go there, ironically, if it didn't mean going to Disney World.
Yeah,
but
have you ever been to Disney World?
Could not care. Yes, I have. My mom won a trip for our whole family on the radio to go to Disney World because that shit is expensive. And that's the only reason we went is because my mom won it.
So I've been to Disney World, but it was when I was like 12 or 13, like super long ago. So I remember going and some of the things, but for the most part, I don't remember like most of the rides or the attractions or anything.
Yeah, me too. I was like maybe 12 at the time.
So it's one of those things. It's like I'd go just to kind of remember it all, but at the same time, I also remember at that time how expensive it was. How expensive it'd probably be nowadays.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for a big Marvel attraction. I'd go for that.
Yeah,
if they did.
Apparently,
I'm still surprised it's not a thing like this Disney World thing.
They're making it super
Star Wars
epic. Well, they accidentally killed half of the construction crew, so they're trying to fix that.
Well, they'll bring them back in this next movie, so it'll be fine.
Yes, snap them back. In the next movie, they'll bring them back, and then they'll advertise it in the next movie.
Yep, at the very end, they'll all just be at Disney World, fighting.
We're going to Disney World.
Oh shit!
So yeah, Star Wars, whoopty shit. It's also like a lot of, the new Star Wars stuff, like not a lot of the old Star Wars.
Yeah, I would imagine they're pushing like the Force Awakens with like Rey and Poe and Finn.
Yeah,
probably a lot of those. Not so much like Han, Leia. I mean, they'll probably have stuff there for them, but I would imagine it's the newer sets of movies.
They should have dead Han Solo like fall and hit your cart or whatever, and like fall down a hole
Which
or something.
I could just have them in carbonite. It's like on
That
the
would be
wall. It's like,
cool. No, I get it.
There's a
There it
ride where you just
is.
get frozen in carbonite.
Forever.
Yep.
And
Just get
they
hung
hang you
up.
up on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like a straight up Pirates of the Caribbean ride where you like sit in a little cart and you like go through like a facility or something, and then Kylo Ren is at the end for some reason talking to you, Resistance members. I'm like, that is legitimately just Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars version. So I don't care. It's probably really dumb, but kids might like it. Whatever.
Well, speaking about Pirates of the Caribbean, it came out last week. I completely forgot about this until you mentioned it. That they want to make a reboot of the franchise without Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Oh, I remember hearing about this.
Which is basically the whole reason that movie series succeeded in the first place, is because of Johnny Depp being Captain Jack Sparrow.
Who's the new guy?
I don't think they said who they plan on going with or like how they plan on rebooting it. They just kind of said they're working on rebooting the franchise. So,
You're gonna get Chris Hemsworth.
they've tried to do movies with Johnny Depp as a character, but kind of cut everyone else out. So they cut out Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. Did like the Fountain of Youth, which was terrible because I only remember like the first 10 minutes of the movie before I turned it off.
Yeah.
And then they kind of brought everyone back, and I don't remember anybody talking about that at all.
Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Yep.
I didn't even know this movie came out.
I remember seeing the trailer for it because it had what's the guy who was the bad guy in Skyfall?
Javier Bardem.
Yes, it had him as the villain. He looks kind of cool, but I never actually watched it. And like I said, I didn't hear anybody talk about it, so I don't.
Apparently, Orlando Bloom was in that one.
Yes, I think he came back,
but he's not on the cover
because it was supposed to have like his kid in it, like searching for him.
Oh,
that was kind of like the ending of the third movie, where he takes over for Davy Jones and has a kid and leaves forever.
I forget literally everything after like the second movie.
I remember the first movie well, and then 2 and 3 blend together, and then I remember the fourth one being just god awful, and I turned it off after 10 minutes.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Jesus. On Stranger Tides. That's the fourth movie. I don't even know or remember that one. 2011. What the fuck? Well,
if that's the one about the Fountain of Youth, and that's what I've seen. Maybe I think there's only 5, isn't there? Or is there a 6th movie?
There's 5.
Okay. Yeah, 4 is the one with the Fountain of Youth. And they.
Yep. You're right. Who should they get for? Is Pirates of the Caribbean about Captain Jack Sparrow, or was it something established before the movies other than just a Disney ride?
No.
I feel like
pretty sure
Disney
it's just
ride straight to movie.
Yep. I don't think there's any pre-ride history, like any movies or books or anything. I think it's literally just a ride, and then they made it into a movie.
I wonder if they're gonna just make a whole new character and put an actor to it and story and stuff like that. I think you should do that instead of here's the young Jack Sparrow, Adventures of Young Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
And then they get what the fuck is his name from Stranger Things? The Wolf Kid.
Not the
Wolf Kid.
His
name's
the one that dates Nancy.
I've never watched Stranger Things actually.
There you go.
I just googled Stranger Kids. That's not right.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be googling Stranger Kids. Get a Kevin Spacey allegation.
Oh no. Oh geez.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see where they go with this. Whether it's a complete reboot where they just like shot for shot remake the first movie, or if they do an entirely different storyline, which would be nice. It's just when you use that name, people are just going to think Captain Jack Sparrow, regardless. So
they might try to change the name up or something.
Yeah, I don't know. If they could go back to the magic of the first movie, right? Even the first 3. Those movies did stupidly well, which is always surprising.
I cannot find this kid's name.
Kid from Stranger Things?
He was also in It.
Oh, the Mike Wolf?
Mike Wolf, I guess.
Okay.
He's not on the cast for any of the things I'm searching for. Like, he's not added as a cast member.
Finn Wolfhard. His character's name is Mike.
Oh, there he is. Okay, Finn Wolfhard. Yep.
Okay, I thought you were talking about an older guy in the show.
They're gonna get Finn Wolfhard as young Jack Sparrow.
Oh God!
And then be like, "Here's the adventures of young Jack Sparrow," and they'll give him a little mustache.
I mean,
a little goatee.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they remade Goonies. Finn.
Holy shit!
Like, if you're gonna do it, just use like the Stranger Things cast and like the whole It cast. Like, the It cast was basically just the Goonies.
Yeah, I have a confession. I've never seen Goonies.
Wow. You know, who's
no?
God, I can't. I can't think of anybody's name today.
Sloth.
No.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Yes, he's in that movie. That's what I'm thinking of. Mr. Thanos himself.
Was he a kid?
Yeah, he's like a teenager.
Oh, there he is.
He's kind of like the bully, sort of.
There's Cable.
I was thinking of Vincent D'Onofrio, but that's Kingpin. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Josh Brolin. He's getting a lot of work.
I mean, he deserves it. It's great.
Wait, was he Thanos?
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say that?
Mr. Thanos himself. He was also Cable in Deadpool.
Wait, did I just say that?
I don't know what you're going crazy.
My brain just like hard.
You had a Soulja Boy moment.
I thought Josh Brolin was Hellboy, but I guess I'm wrong.
No, that's
that Stranger Things sheriff guy.
David Harper? Oh, that might be the character. Fuck. I can't remember anything today. I have not had enough sleep for this.
Wow, dude. You should have gotten
Stranger Things
Rockstar energy drink.
Not sponsored. Yeah, David Harper. Harbor.
We could be sponsored.
His character's Jim Hopper, so I'm putting the 2 last names together.
Okay.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? I think I could probably get us sponsored by Rockstar.
Okay. Well, you work on that. I'll work on the Soulja Boy angle. Try to get sponsorship there.
Make sure we stay on top of the Soulja Boy saga.
Yeah, I don't want to be called a homophobic slur.
Yes, true. You don't want to get called out by the Soulja Boy himself.
I mean, when you get so many free consoles, possibly.
Oh my God! You think I could get him to send me a free console for my YouTube channel?
I mean, if you get sponsored, maybe.
Oh my God!
You have to like play Crank That all the time in the background.
Oh fuck! Never mind.
Every video intro, you have to do the Soulja Boy dance.
Jesus, I forget what that dance was. Man, that song is so old. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it was like 2009,
6 or something. Oh,
it was when I was in 7. Oh, 2007. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It was when
imagine
freshman.
Still writing that wave. It's like, yeah, I made Crank That. That came out over 10 years ago by my console, by the way.
And then there were like 1,000 ripoffs of that song, like within a month.
Just like there's 1,000 ripoffs of the console. So it's applicable.
Yep.
He fucking capitalized on the bling era of music. It's fucking terrible shit.
That was the best time. Best time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Have they used Crank That in any movie trailer? You think? Going back to talking about bad music in trailers.
Crank 3 movie trailer.
Oh.
For 2019.
Oh, wow. What?
Oh, it's fan made.
Oh.
Never mind.
God damn you, Jason Statham.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's amazing.
What if they got Crank That for the Crank 3 trailer?
Crank 3.
Crank That 3.
crank that Jason Statham. Oh, crank that Soulja Boy console. When you boot up the Soulja Boy console, it should just say you. And the little logo pops up.
Oh, it'd be so great. I hope it does. Like it's just it's like the GameCube, the GameCube logo.
You.
If that's not it, I would return it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it probably isn't because
I
that
imagine it's
require
not.
actual like more than slapping your label on it.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to actually like mod it or something. So probably not.
I wonder how hard that would be to actually mod. Like if I bought a console, how hard would it be to mod that in?
You could probably just plug your console into like a USB port on your computer and just start editing it.
Yeah, but that might also give my PC viruses, which I don't want to do.
Oh yeah, it's probably super loaded with viruses. Chinese virus shit from the Chinese government.
They're gonna steal my passwords.
Yes. So that's pretty much it for the week. What are you up to right now and throughout next week? What are your plans?
Probably gonna be playing some more last year. Sometime this week. The people, they're kind of
Hell yeah.
They're kind of the people that play those type of games, so they're like super into it right now. I'll probably hop on, play with them, and then AGDQ is coming up in like 2 weeks. Starts on the 6th, so starting to practice more and more for that.
Same.
We'll get on to that. But going along with that, one thing we didn't talk about with you, something you tweeted out the other day, or maybe it was last night, that following your recent dealings with Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Platinum Trophy, one of them, one of those Souls games, Soldier Souls,
Souls.
That you were thinking of retiring from speedrunning.
Yeah,
and focusing on what you're good at, which is podcasting.
That's true. I'm best at it. It's the best. Yeah, I was doing my Demon Souls Platinum Trophy run last night. Just kind of decided to do it because I wasn't doing anything else. And I had not a new route, just a route change. So it was a good run. And I got to the point that you have to get to in the Demon Souls Platinum Trophy speed run, where you have to farm for an item called Pure Bladestone, which is 2% drop. You just grind it forever. But the new method of farming doesn't actually count towards in-game time because you quit out if it doesn't drop. So with Souls, Souls games are measured by in-game time, and you can cheese it super hard. So I was just grinding there anyways because I was like, this is still a good run. I just gotta get the Pure Bladestone to drop, and then once you get it to drop, that run through is counted on in-game time. Then you just continue. So with all that being said, I was just grinding it for about 2.5 hours until I was just sitting there and I was like, you know what? I gotta go to bed. I'll do another run like tomorrow or something.
So from like the time you like, I guess, reload or whatever to the point you check, like how long of a segment is that? Like every time you a minute?
Yeah, it takes a minute 20 seconds.
Okay.
Minute 29 seconds.
So for
because you can't
2 hours you were
screens.
doing the same minute and 20 seconds over and over.
You reload the game, you run up, kill a mob, check his item, and instead of confirming that your item pickup, which would normally save your game, because that's how the game knows when to save, you pick up the item, you see what it is, and then if it's not what you want, you hold the PlayStation controller because it's for PS3. You hold the
it's
PlayStation
not for the Soulja
button.
console fuse?
Not yet. Not yet. Port soon to come.
That's where
you
the
hold
speed
the
tech
PlayStation button. That's whenever it gets ported to Soulja console, Demon Souls, I will return. But yeah, you quit out and that doesn't save the game. But I was on my last run through. I was like, all right, this is the last farming attempt. And then just something about the last run, I was just running it through my head like, yeah, I know it's dumb that I'm farming this, but like the fact that I just spent 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and I wasn't gonna finish the run because RNG, and then I just got in my head about like, okay, I'm just literally wasting my time, and this run has been wasting my time, and I want to edit videos, but I'm sitting here farming Pure Bladestone, and I could be editing videos. It was just a moment in my head. I was like, I think I'm gonna just step away from speedrunning for at least for now. and I want to focus on making videos because I always stop making videos when I probably should keep doing it. It's just a lot of work and I'm lazy. But I like to do it. I'm gonna start doing it more in 2019. That's my resolution.
So are you
So
going to step away from streaming as well in that, or just from the
uh
speedrunning aspect of it? 'Cause you said you
probably
want to
not.
focus more on videos, so
Yeah, I'll probably still stream like whenever I play casual games, like Hitman 2.
mhm.
I just got and I want to play that real bad, so I'll probably just stream that. But no speedrun stuff unless the speedrun bug catches on, which it might around like SGDQ or something. Then maybe
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's
I'll do
always like
something.
I've had moments in the past where it's like I don't really feel like doing speedruns at the moment. It's just not. There's nothing I
Yeah,
want to work on. But I always refrain from saying I'm retiring or quitting from it because it's one of those
I'm on
things where
hiatus.
a lot of times you come back super quickly. Like you just
Mhm.
get some passion like within like a month or two, and it's like, well,
Yeah,
it kind
and
of feels silly
that's what
to
happened with
constantly say I'm retiring from this like 3 times a year when I come back to it. Some
that's what
people
happened
have.
with this game, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. I was just randomly I was like, "I wanna run this game again," and I
Mhm.
had no explanation why. I was just like, "I feel like I want to get a better time," and all this shit, but, that may happen, so, yeah, you're right, that does happen, especially with speedrunning, like, we like to get into it because it's fun sometimes to just, like, learn about a game and grind it out, find new stuff, new routes, but
Yeah.
I guess hiatus is a better thing to
It's
say.
like I'm on a hiatus from Black Ops right now. Not
Yeah, it's like you're not done with it. It's just
well.
taking up too much of your time,
The thing
pretty
is,
much.
I never want to boot it up because I know as soon as I touch it, like everything else around
It's
me
over.
will crumble. And there's so much
Yep.
going on in that game. There's been an update, like the first DLC's come out. There's a new zombie map. There's new operators and new guns and stuff. And it's like, if I don't get into it now, I'm not gonna experience all that stuff and unlock it. But if I get into it, I'm gonna lose everything else around me. And so it's the longer I stay away from it, the less likely I am to go back to it. If that makes sense, because I'm
Gonna
I'm
relapse.
I'm too far gone. I just have to wait for the next one to come
Too
out.
far gone, dude.
I'm out of touch with the Black Ops community.
Oh my god, it's like, who are you, dude?
I don't know anymore. Can't look myself in the mirror.
Oh my god.
But
See the old you.
speaking of Black Ops, one of the Christmas presents I received from my family was a complete guide to Black Ops 2.
Good.
um,
Very good.
which is a game I did
Finally.
play and I have fond memories of. It's one of the first shooters I played on PC because it was the first one my friends played,
Mhm.
and a whole bunch of other backstory there. But it was funny to like just think about. Like my mom was like, "Oh, you play that game, right?" It's like, "Mm,
It's like,
I did.
yeah.
It's kind of old, but you know, it's without realizing it. She gave me something that I have fond memories of, um, instead of
Yeah.
just like a
Still
random a
still
game.
read it.
She's like, "Oh,
Toilet
well,
material.
maybe you can boot it up and find something new." And I was like, "Well, I don't think anyone's playing Black Ops 2 at the moment."
I don't know if
Um,
that's possible. It's like there was one Christmas, like over 10 years ago. I asked my dad for whatever Madden was out at the time. I hadn't played Madden. I just felt like I kind of wanted to play Madden. And he
mhm.
got me like the last year's one. This is when we had a PS2, and he got me a PlayStation 1 Madden.
You had a Soulja Boy
And I
console.
was like, and a Soldier Boy version. I was just like, thanks, Dad. Like I didn't like do the thing where I was like, this is wrong one. I was just like, thanks. And I played it. And I was like, that was all right.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm
Well,
not torn up about it.
the thing with like Madden at least is it's still
It's still the same. It's still
yeah,
football. Yeah.
you're not really
That's
missing out by not getting the
yeah.
latest and
The
greatest.
roster was not that different. And I
If
was
you
like,
got
whatever.
if you're waiting for Black Ops 4 this Christmas and you got Black Ops 2, it is a very different experience, um,
Mhm.
as opposed to 1 year of Madden being off. I mean, Madden has online and all that now, but
Yes. I think it was like
uh,
one of the better versions of Madden on PlayStation.
ooh,
It was like it felt really good. It was like one of the better Maddens I had played.
it's like NFL
Because they
Blitz.
just get Yeah, yeah. Well, it's no NFL Blitz, but those games just get worse every year, which is why I don't play Madden anymore because they suck.
Yeah, it's
Super bad.
I played like a bit growing up, like, oh, I had a football game every now and then if it was on sale or something.
Mhm.
But I've always like watched the progression sort of from afar. Like, oh, now the characters look a little better, or they have this story mode, um, which the story modes are
Finally.
super fucking weird.
Yeah, they are. It's not
But
great.
then the part you don't usually see is like how microtransactiony those games are, which is absurd because they're just like sports games, and
Especially
it's like why are they? Why is there a microtransaction in
NBA
NBA?
2K.
Yeah, it's like
That's the worst offender. The VC, the virtual currency, and the ways they trick you into not only buying the in-game currency, but also not getting an opportunity to get like a lot of in-game currency in the game. Like there are opportunities you can miss out on easily to get like a big bonus to your VC that you like have to look up on how to get. It's just like you guys suck. It
yeah,
sucks.
it's
Fuck this.
there has been small outrages before, like when the Battlefront 2 thing happens. You know, people are like, oh well, you know, look at what FIFA's doing; it's just as bad. But ultimately, those communities like don't speak up
Mhm.
for whatever reason.
Because
A lot of
it's
more
gonna sell to the
casual,
masses.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
people that aren't really, like going on forums like Reddit or wherever and posting about it. They just kind of
Yeah, they
they
buy
just
it
deal
and
with it.
then they're like yeah, they deal with it. It's not I have a friend like that. He just buys sports games. He's
Mhm.
like, "Nah, just I don't know, I just wanna play some franchise mode or something."
Yeah, the
Like,
guy I
he's
used
not
to work
doing
with,
a
like
lot.
when he went home, it was like unless somebody invited him to play, like PUBG or something, he would just play Madden or he would just play
Mhm.
NBA 2K like all night.
Yeah, and
Just that's all. He had like
that's what they're
thousands
aiming
of
for.
hours in like every NBA 2K game that came out.
Yeah, some people just have their one franchise or one game they just wanna they get home after work, they feed their kids, they don't wanna talk to their wife, and they just play fucking sports. That's all they wanna do, which is
Okay.
great, which is fine.
Yeah.
But they're not also not gonna, like, go out of their way to complain, like, they have better things to do.
Yeah. It's really
It's just the way
fascinating.
it
That it's
goes.
like no one, well, not no one, but the outrage from every other gaming section. Like Fallout 76, oh, this is terrible and whatever, but then every 2K game gets away with it
Mhm.
in the end. But yeah, those story modes, holy shit. I actually
Yeah,
watched
it's really weird.
the one of the latest Madden ones, like in the past couple of weeks, that I just saw pop up in my feed. I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's just, like, boring and weird.
It's like they try to make a movie within the game. It's like, well,
Yeah, it's like a shitty football movie that you never want to watch
mhm.
in the game, and it takes a lot longer than a movie. And it's like, "What the fuck? This is fucking weird."
Yeah, it's like if you want to play the game, then you're just not gonna play that mode because you're not really playing the game.
They should just hire Telltale to make a, football story game
Yep.
with zombies.
And the fact that they're not completely out of business at this point.
My god. Oh, yeah, that whole thing happened. I
Yeah,
forgot about
yeah,
that.
they're no longer a thing anymore.
Never mind.
Uh, right. We probably weren't going to bring it up, but the fact that Blizzard, well, kind of Activision, is letting a lot of customer support go with pay. Effectively,
Mhm.
they're paying people to quit their jobs. They kind of
Yeah.
downsize some of their studios, which is probably more likely that
Trimming.
they're getting the people who have been there for a long time out, so they can hire contracted work at a much cheaper rate.
Yep.
But at least
Big
they're not just
business.
firing people; they're giving them. Someone said it was like a year's pay, essentially, to quit their
Oh,
job.
wow.
So I feel bad people are losing their jobs, but they're also making good money out of it. It seems like. So.
Yeah, at least they can find something else. Yeah, Blizzard and Activision is, like, a whole weird thing going on, like the whole Diablo Immortal, anger surrounding that, and then Battle for Azeroth, the expansion for Warcraft, the most recent expansion for World of Warcraft, is, like, not great. Just like what Blizzard's doing weird stuff, and they're not.
Yeah.
They don't feel like that one company because I've always been a big Blizzard fan. My
I
whole
love
life
Dairy Queen
essentially.
Blizzards.
Yeah, I've always ate Dairy Queen Blizzards my whole life, so this means a lot.
Favorite
But
Blizzard like flavor or type? You want to?
Diablo,
Oh, Diablo Blizzards.
Diablo flavored Blizzard.
I always went
Uh,
with cookie dough.
I think cookie dough is my go-to. When we
It
went
used
to
to be
Dairy Queen,
Butterfinger in the past, but I went cookie dough.
when I was a kid, I always got Butterfinger, but cookie dough's good. Whenever they have like a cotton candy type one, I'm not sure if that's the flavor,
Yeah, they've had cotton
but
candy. They've had like bubble gum in the past and stuff.
yeah, I'm a fan of cotton candy flavored ice cream, or like Blizzards. Sorry,
When I got those, I liked them for a bit, but I could never eat the whole thing because it's just
it's like a special
it's too
flavor.
much.
Yeah, it's like with like weird toppings or specialty pizzas. It's like I don't want to get a whole like buffalo chicken pizza. I do want a slice, but I don't want a whole buffalo chicken pizza.
Yeah, why can't we just order like pizzas? Like each slice you can customize.
Oh my god. Like they have a little pizza machine where like all the slices are individual, like just plop them in.
Mm-hmm.
They should do that. I'm gonna make a company that does that.
Call it
But
Soulja Pizza.
Soulja console pizzas.
It's like
Yeah.
a pizza buffet, but then the arcade is just Soulja Boy consoles.
Dude, that'd be a cheap arcade to run.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. You just get the Soulja Boy Mini and then connect it to like a big LED
Mm-hmm.
monitor.
You got like
It's like
800 games in there to play. You know,
yeah, attach a shitty fight stick in it.
and a
Just
coin
like
slot so that people have to keep paying for it.
yeah, it's all made out of cardboard. The coin slot's just a literal coin slot, goes into a bucket. It's like, yep, there you go. Dang, I'm gonna make the dopest pizza place.
Yep.
The cheapest, dopest pizza place.
Everyone's
Doing
gonna go
great.
to it.
Mhm. So yeah, Blizzard. What was I trying to say? You
Uh,
distracted me with all this food.
something
Are you
about
hungry?
a little bit. Blizzard being
Oh yeah, yeah.
weird.
They're not the juggernaut that I always expect quality from anymore. Like nowadays, I'm just like I'm not excited for the next Blizzard thing, and that's like never been the case
I think
ever.
that's happening across the board with those big companies everyone had faith in for a long time. You know,
Yeah, it's like
Blizzard,
ooh,
Bethesda.
Fallout. Like
Yeah.
don't care. Fallout 4, I didn't really like it that much. That
Uh,
match.
They're like companies that like, oh, well,
76.
they're not EA, you know, they're gonna treat customers right and really listen to us. And now that we're here, it's all those are going away, and
Mhm.
you can't trust
It's
an game
weird.
company, which you should never trust them in the first place.
Also, Blizzard did announce that they want pretty much all their IPs having some mobile presence in the next year or two.
Yeah, it's not
So
really
next
surprising at all.
BlizzCon's gonna be like, here's the mobile panel. It's like, ugh,
I
no.
mean,
I mean, people are gonna spend money on it because casuals are gonna see it and play it. Fuck.
yeah, I mean, it's just
They make money.
any
Whatever.
gamer who cares about watching things like BlizzCon or E3 or the Game Awards, there some of them may like mobile stuff.
Yeah.
The majority aren't going to, but the fact
Yes.
is the people that aren't watching those things is the market, and those markets are huge.
Mm-hmm.
So
Chinese market, especially,
it
which
seems
is
weird.
why
It's
they
like,
made
oh,
Diablo
Blizzard's
Immortal.
going mobile for everything. It's like, well, for me that kind of sucks because I don't care about mobile games, but
Mm-hmm.
for the mass population that plays mobile games, like that's
It's gonna do well.
that's why they don't care if it loses some fans.
Yeah, that's
But
why
it
it
won't.
stinks.
People go back to them anyways.
I don't know. I've not launched a Blizzard game in a while. Like I resubbed to WoW to play Battle for Azeroth, and I already canceled my sub because I was like, wow, this is really grindy and not a fun way, like in
Mhm.
a time gated shitty way. I was like, well, fuck this then. Not gonna play this. Diablo 3, I would rather play Path of Exile if I play an action RPG. Overwatch, I'm already the modes I wanna play in Overwatch, which are like the PvE, like the co-op, missions, they don't put them all in the game all the time. They'll, like, release them as, like, whatever they're called. like limited time. Like, oh,
Oh wow.
here's this mode. We brought it back. And it's like, why don't you leave it there?
Yeah. That kind of the limited edition stuff or like limited time thing has always annoyed me with food. I understand why it's done, but God, that pisses me off. It's like there's great items
like,
on the menu and now it's gone. I'll never
where'd
have
the
it
Taco
back.
Bell fries go, dude? Bring it
Where
back.
the naked chicken chips go, or
The
the
naked chicken chips were pretty good.
yeah,
Oh,
or the triple steak stack that they had in the past. So many great food items that are just gone forever. They'll never come back.
Because dumb people don't like good things.
It's, even if it sells well, they just take it off, so you're more likely to buy it when it comes back. And it's,
I hate it.
yeah, I hate it too. Real depressing.
Conspiracy against.
It's always annoying, like the first time you go and they have changed it. Like oh, I'm gonna go get this today after work. You know, it's
like your mentality
so
is completely discombobulated at that moment. They're like, we don't have that. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Let me think. Hold on.
It's like, I'm just gonna go home at this point.
Oh wait, I'm already here and there's cars in front of me. Fuck. Give me 3 tacos. Thank you.
The Taco Bell near me is so shitty because if you get in the line, you cannot get out of it unless you go all the way through. And the Taco Bell's always busy. So it's like, I pull up to the thing and they're like, it's cash only today. You know, so the credit card's down. It's like, well, I don't have any cash. It's like, well, I guess I'm not getting anything. But I still have to sit in this line for 20 minutes. I can't leave. I'm being held hostage here.
Yep.
You know, it's the worst. Like,
at that point, you get out of your car and ask the person in front of you, "Hey, can you pay for my meal?"
Yeah. What's that?
I'll owe you.
I'll give you a Soulja console.
Here, take this.
Take this
mini. It has 8,000 games on it. It's great.
They're like, oh wow, thanks. I've always wanted this.
Just give Taco Bell your Soulja console.
Yeah.
Do you accept Soulja dollars? Crank that, by the way.
You. Well, unless you have anything else to add, I think that kind of wraps up this week.
I forgot all this news I had over here.
Nope, man.
It doesn't exist.
Been kind of a slow week, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We had a nice long show here.
We'll be back next week. Probably, I mean, technically it'll be like the first of the year. So we can
second.
Go over our New Year's resolutions. Getting all that last week before GDQ as well.
Should do like end of year rankings for Taco Bell.
For Taco Bell?
Video games, movies. I mean,
Taco Bell, it's always their quesadillas. Like, quesadillas number one.
I always get a chicken quesadilla.
I used to go steak for a long time, but their steak wasn't up to par a couple days when I went. So I was like, you know, I'll try chicken. And I've just never gone back.
It's fucking good. It's really good. And you can reheat it and it's still good.
I just eat all of it. If I go Taco Bell, I eat everything I get.
Yeah, I get like uncomfortably full.
I spend like $12 every time I go.
So yeah, that's way too much.
Yeah.
that's a lot. It's not a lot of Taco Bell, but it's like enough. It's a little more than enough.
It's like you got a quesadilla, you get a drink, you get some nachos, you get maybe a taco or two. It's like, it's perfect.
I usually get a chicken quesadilla, a beefy 5-layer burrito, like 3 crunchy tacos, and then like I'll mix up the last like 1 or 2 things.
We'll go crazy with it.
Yeah, I'll be like, shit, let me look at the menu. That one.
What's the limited time offer this week?
Yeah, just whatever they got.
Or double quesadilla.
Oh my god. I want Taco Bell now.
Well, it is Christmas, so they're probably not going to be open. But
shit, I hate Christmas. Christmas sucks.
Yep.
This is bullshit.
God damn you, Christmas.
God damn you, baby Jesus.
God damn you, Soulja Boy.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and any other RSS feed grabbers. You can just search Blood, Saint, and Beers. Also email us or tweet at us, bloodsaintandbeers@gmail.com. And yeah, if you have any questions or want to let us know anything.
Or want to send us those Soulja Watch gift cards, you know where to find us.
Which you already bought. Thank you for your patronage. And we'll review the Soulja console.
Yep.
Thank you so much. We'll see you in 2019.
2019.
Bye.